Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Let Me Tell You Something podcast. We are your hosts, Jordan
and Christian.
Buddy, let me tell you something.
Tell me.
What is your honest-to-God opinion on dating shows, but on YouTube?
You know, it's funny you say that. And okay, so first of all, I know why you're asking that because, like, for the audience, Jordan, myself, and a few other friends, a common thing that we do is we'll watch like dating shows together, and we'll rate the girls and stuff, and say like which one we like most and whatever, or how we'd handle certain dating interactions and stuff. But but also, I think it's funny that this is the third episode we're doing where a big portion of it is about girls. It's what this podcast is going to be.
It's not. I just want to. Yeah, so it's just because, like, I've it's not a guilty pleasure, but I have sat through, like.
Oh, the pop the balloon stuff?
Yeah, like, I've sat through so many, like, quote-unquote dating shows.
Yeah.
On YouTube, just because it's so, like, to me, it's so... it's so funny, and it's interesting and infuriating, like, the reasons, like, let's say this girl doesn't go out with a guy, or this guy doesn't want to go out with a girl. Usually it's like, you're not like, I like my, my men or my women, like, more, like,
coffee.
More, yeah, like more, yeah, and, like, more, like muscly, more, like, fit.
Is that how you like your men?
No, I don't like them at all. No. But it's just interesting to see the reason why, and then the responses too said, like, oh, you're not fit enough for me. Well, so I'm extremely fat, and it's like, no, you're just not my type.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Well, yeah,
and I know I could be using my time more wisely.
Oh, you mean other than watching that?
Yeah.
So, first, let's give a little bit of lore here. Do you remember how? So, like I said, like our group, we like to watch a lot, and also it's fun to just like riff on this shit sometimes too. But do you remember how we got into these reality shows?
Not really, no.
So here's some lore for you guys.
I guess it's been such a long time. It's just kind of.
So during COVID, I started working from home, and I work in like phone customer service, not customer service for phones, just like customer service over the phone.
Right.
And so I was talking to someone where in the background I heard something about someone saying like they had to have sex like 5 times a day or something. I was like, what the fuck? And then someone else was like, well, that's like dildos are for or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? What show are they watching? But like in the back, and I'm not gonna ask them, how unprofessional is that? Like, yeah, like I'm really intrigued by this like show you're watching where these girls are like, I don't know if it was Sex in the City or like what it was. Right. So I messaged our group chat. I'm like, guys, listen to this like wild call I had, and our buddy Patrick was like, oh, I think I know what that is. He's like, I think, like, my sister and I watched that show years ago. And I'm like, all right, what is this? And so he tells us, yeah, there's a show that's on MTV. It's called Are You the One?
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite shows.
And so what we started doing was we found the show. And I think it was on Netflix at the time. It's not anymore. Most of it at least isn't. But we started watching it. And I made the mistake of getting way too invested in these characters. Like, I really put myself in these guys' shoes, and I found these girls, and I was like, I love, like, I'm in love almost. And I got to the point where eventually I was like, you know what, I need to just enjoy this for the entertainment that it is, and not...
Good old reality TV.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. But my point with all that is, as we continued, we eventually started watching. We I don't know.
Didn't we watch like Love Is Blind?
We watched like one season. I didn't like it. You did. I didn't like Love Is Blind.
I should probably know this, but isn't the one where they're like in capsules or whatever?
Yeah, they're in like
separate rooms.
Yeah, they're in like rooms.
Yeah, I like that because again, looks are important, but like they only did it based off of personality.
Well,
and that to me that shows like.
But even in that show, there were a lot of people who like they fell in love whenever they were getting married.
They saw the
and
people.
They saw each other. They were like, "Oh, I don't."
Yeah, they're like,
attracted.
"Whoa, you are not okay looking."
And this is why I think that like I don't want to say disagree with the premise because like the premise I think is figuring out whether or not love is actually blind. But I disagree with that mentality. I guess the notion that love is blind. I think that I really do think in order to have. Okay, but so I'd actually be really interested if there are any like ace people that would be listening because I'm really interested to know if you are not if like sexual and physical attraction is not an important factor for you. Is only the romantic part important? And then I guess if there are any like aromantic people who are still sexually interested, I guess vice versa, like is the physical thing the only thing that matters, and then you don't care about the other. Because like for me, I have to have both for a girlfriend especially. But yeah, we watched that, and we started watching these like some of these reality shows and stuff, and then we started finding them on YouTube. I think part of it was Jubilee. So like I watched things like Abin Preach and like Hassan, and like I think I like did a video reaction to one of them, and like. Vosh and like other people that I watch like react to like Jubilee stuff or
right
what is I think it's all Jubilee, like these different things, and they were reacting to like someone was reacting to like I think it was Hassan reacting to like the or maybe Abin Preach, someone that was reacting to like the one of the like ranking girls thing, right? And so we would watch things like that in some of the dating shows from Jubilee. And then somewhere in our algorithm started recommending us, me, really.
My your algorithm.
My algorithm. David Alvarez, which I really don't know where these people come from, but there are these people.
They just come out of the woodwork.
They seem to. There are these people. There's David Alvarez, there's Zach Justice, there's Trevor Wallace, there's all these people who, like, they're kind of just together. And they have a similar vibe. Would you say Content Machine kind of fits that too?
Yeah.
Okay. And there are these people that kind of have this similar vibe. They're these comedy people. And they started doing these like dating shows as well. So something that we do a lot to like, get to the point of this is we will watch a lot of these shows. Like I have a playlist for us that I call Vids for the Boys. I basically like just anything that I find where I'm like, oh, I think the guys would love this, or at least one of them, like Pokemon stuff I normally add for you, for example,
right.
Fitness, dating stuff, things like whatever, and I'll often share those kind of things, and I like we all like a lot of David Alvarez, and then their like side channel, well, not I guess just second channel of that kind of spun off called Poppy Studios. That's really good too.
Right. Yeah.
And so, but it's interesting because like they'll have like Instagram people on there. They'll have like more regular-ish people. They'll have people who are like basically want to be actors. Like that's pretty much what they are. They'll have OnlyFans models, porn stars.
They'll have some people with no eyebrows. Yeah.
One of the videos we watched recently.
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember his name, but there was this tall dude, and he thought he was like this shit.
Yeah. He thought he was God's gift to women.
He thought he was him.
That's true. Yeah.
And
he was not him.
No, he was not him.
No.
There was this one guy that I actually saw a lot of myself in, and I was like, this is the best looking dude. And I don't mean that because I saw myself in him. I just mean I thought he was.
No, he was by far a good looking guy.
I mean, he was kind of short, but he was he was put together. Yeah. He had good hair, good skin, good style, like everything. He seemed to care about people and had this whole thing with his family, and he was a good dude. But yeah, these people were like, "Oh, I like this." Like this one guy who was just like tall, lanky. I think he was like some kind of Jewish or something too. But yeah, he didn't have. And people were like, why'd you shave? He's like, I just wanted to, basically a chip. And I don't. That's a thing, by the way. Some people I've seen Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega.
They'll just shave off their eyebrows.
Well, yeah. Now I think they do it for certain roles or to get.
You ain't gonna catch me shaving my eyebrows off.
No, but you did do the little cut thing.
I did. I wanted to be cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not cool at all. I'm funny, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was
your Trump.
My Trump impression. Yeah. Not really that good, but
it's okay. I wonder do you think he has a grovel in his voice? Because you did
I think so. Yeah.
I guess so. He has that old man.
He does.
He's gonna start getting that death rattle pretty soon. That's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
But anyway,
crazy
so I'm sorry. You brought up the topic. So let's what about I guess that's kind of what I think about YouTube dating shows, and I quite enjoy them. I think here's what I'll say, and this is true for all dating shows. I think appreciating and enjoying these for the comedy that they are, and
yeah,
and enjoying them in that. Same thing with Too Hot to Handle, which we watched that too.
That show, man. Oh gosh, dude, I have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah,
I love it for the fact doesn't it have what's her name?
Lana?
Lyra? Lana is a G, dude.
Yeah.
So
for those unfamiliar, basically the premise of Too Hot to Handle is essentially. So, I guess we should can clarify a little bit. The other dating shows we were talking are more kind of basic. Normally, they're kind of David Alvarez and stuff is kind of what did Jubilee do, and then let's do that ourselves.
Yeah,
kind of edgier almost.
Yeah, they're more casual.
More casual. Less they're not trying to be oh my god, you're so amazing.
Right.
They're just being nah, you're fucking you're great, you're hot or you're not or whatever. They're more honest, I guess you could say, more to the point. Shit like that. Definitely. More sexual in some of the moments, like when they had Sky Brie on and she licked the dude's toes, which gross. You did not.
I'm not a female.
But do you remember the last one we just watched with Kaylee Gunner, where?
Oh my gosh.
She was everything.
Don't even get me started, brother.
She was everything that he thinks of when he thinks of the basic vapid blonde girl.
The Valley Girl.
Oh yeah.
Blonde.
Yeah.
I went to I obviously went to high school. I was going to say, I went to high school.
I mean,
people, well, of course, who wouldn't? No, but the people I graduated high school and a little bit of college was the stereotypical blonde, the real ditzy. Through one ear, out the other, Valley Girl, get Starbies for all you.
And I want to be clear about this.
Yeah, I was you know what, that kind of blonde.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of.
And I want to be clear about this because, I love the blonde girl next door type, but I don't ditzy, can't carry a conversation. That's not fun. I like bubbly, fun, enjoyable to be around, happy to be alive, that kind of thing.
Right. I've never encountered that.
That's crazy. To me, it's just infectious to you're enjoying life, so I'm gonna enjoy life with you. It's cool. But God. Okay, but for those that aren't aware, Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle.
So the concept is basically you have these guys who the whole thing is they are these
they're just horn dogs.
They just
let's just say how it is.
Well, yes, but specifically they're basically they only value sex in relationships, and they're basically being forced into the situation where like you guys are all gonna be here and you're gonna learn to value people.
That's right.
And relationships for more than just the carnal desire.
That's right.
And
build a legitimate emotional relationship.
So the only issue I have with that is the term legitimate. I don't think there's anything wrong with people like only having sexual relationships. I don't think there's anything wrong with people having, only relationships that are completely platonic or are romantic but aren't sexual at all. Whatever, you do you. Like whatever you want to. As long as you're like honest with the person you're having these relationships with or this relationship with, I think that like that's fine. But it is really funny, of course, to see these people like, oh my god, I'm so horny, I just have to. Like they're like so much of the show. And I mean, let's be real. It's great eye candy too for people that appreciate the male and female form. Like, yes, there's tons of women in like bikinis and shit, and witches love it. But for people that like looking at men, you're not going to be deprived of that either. And I love I love having both.
But then there's the beautiful yet robotic Lana.
You know what you would be like if you were on the show?
Oh, I would be a Lana.
No. You would be the guy who like sucks up to Lana. You'd be like that guy.
I would be more like that. Oh gosh, obviously those of you listening probably don't know who this is. But remember that one guy that was like all about like, guys, we need to chill out.
The money guy?
Yeah. I would be him. I'd be like, guys,
I can see that.
Listen, we need to like after a certain amount of like, what were they like rule breaks or something?
Rule breaks,
after a certain amount of rule breaks, it's like, okay, guys, we need to like calm down.
Yeah, because
we need to stop this.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like it's a bunch of hot people together, bunch of hot young single people, and they're told like you can't kiss, you can't even like. I think you can hold hands, but you can't really hug. Like you can't do heavy petting as they call it. You definitely can't fuck.
No,
you can't jerk off.
Nope.
You can't
do anything that's sexual.
Which I really do wonder how far they go with like making sure people aren't like jerking off, because I don't think they're really following people like they're watching people like take a shit or like be in the bathroom, in the shower, because that's kind of like fucked up in my opinion. But whatever, it is what it is. But the point is, it's a really fun show, and it's great, and quite enjoy it. But yeah,
but what I like about that show is that you see legitimate growth, like through some of these people.
Yeah, the problem I have with that is I feel like a lot of times you get these same people, like they're back for another season or they're on another dating show because they really didn't learn. They didn't really have.
Yeah, that's not everybody. That's
yeah.
But some others, like they show very exceptional growth. Like I think one of like the after reunion or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the couple that were like I've obviously forgot their names, but there was this one couple. They were like really into each other, and they
They like had kids or something?
Yeah. They came back. They had like two kids. One was on the way.
Are you sure that wasn't one of the other, like Are You the One or something? That wasn't the other dating show? Okay. But what's really cool, because what you have is like you have like the rule breaks and all that stuff, and every time they break a rule, like they kiss or they whatever, they lose money. Depending on how, and then you have these moments where it's like, oh, the worst people, we're gonna put you in the private suite to really test you, and there's always like, oh no, they fucked, like whatever, and they never do.
There was this one guy, I forgot his name. I think you know who I'm talking about. I was invested in it. I was like a disappointed dad.
Oh, you were.
I was like, son, like I was so invested in this one guy. Forgot his name. But I was rooting for this man.
Yeah.
And he just, like, breaks one of the top rules. I'm like, dude. I'm like a very, very disappointed dad. I'm like, son. Like, you were having such a authentic, like, relationship with this girl.
Yeah.
like you guys were, keeping it real, and you guys were progressing and growing, but then you just decided to just break it, just ruin it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it was a good old classic TV.
But what's interesting though with and this, I know this does not disappoint. This is always like beautiful to see. I know you really like this too. It's that growth you're talking about. What always happens in like halfway through the series or so, Lana basically does this thing where she's like, I say she, it's a cone robot thing. But then of course there was Bad Lana in the most recent one. That was I like that one.
That's right.
But basically Lana's like, all right, I'm gonna give you these bracelets. And when they glow green from you guys building genuine emotional connection, I'm going to give you the green light for you to, like, kiss, do whatever.
That's right.
Like, I think if they really wanted, and this never happens, obviously, but I think if they really wanted to, because everyone always jokes, like, oh, like, how long is it going to stay green? Can we, like, get a quickie in, And I think, per the rules, if they wanted to, when it was green, they probably could get a quickie in if they really wanted to.
No.
I have some theories about this show, which is really that, and I think this is true for like all reality TV anyway. None of it is like, it's heavily edited and stuff, and it's not really the way that it looks to us on TV.
Yeah.
And first of all, I want to say, like, most shows like this even need a villain. Like, you normally have someone who, like, they're basically just made out to be the villain in some capacity. And a hero, you also need a hero. But the other thing I'll say is, for one, I don't think they're actually celibate that entire time. I think so? I think two things. One, I think they're fucking. And two, I think that the whole green light thing is the editors basically being, not the editors, like, them being like, okay, like, we know you guys are good together. We know, like, basically we're just gonna, like, it's not like a timed thing or a random thing. It's the producers, like, are watching and they're like, all right, give them the green light. Let's let it sit for a while, build the tension. It'll be a nice moment for the show, and then we end it, and whatever.
I decide not to think about those things.
I get that.
I like indulge myself in it.
Get immersed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, get immersed.
I get that.
But yeah, no, there's obviously probably like those kinds of things going on. Like, okay, guys, keep kissing. 3, 2, stop.
I think
bracelet thing. I think it's a watch.
It is a watch.
It is a watch.
It's a bracelet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
I think that's the same reason why you get, like, fucked up by horror movies, and I'm just like,
so
I'm like, I wonder how they did these special effects. Like, I wonder, like, how was this behind the scenes?
So on, like, that topic of, like, horror movies and such, I don't get per se scared.
No,
I get, like, jumpy.
Yes,
but also, and there's obviously, y'all will probably know what we're talking about. The Boys.
I was going to say, you're the same
way with The Boys
and Gen V. You're the same way with those.
Gen V and The Boys. They have a lot, and when we watch an episode together or whatever, Christian always cracks a laugh whenever he sees me. In this one episode, there's there's a bunch of gore. Obviously, that's involved.
I thought you were gonna tiny girl, like, on the dick.
Oh God, that's see
which episode are you?
Some of these things you see in the show, you cannot. Like, it's forever etched into my brain.
I love it.
I will forever see those images in my head, and it's not okay. But
I promise.
But it's the one where the Deep and Sister Sage, she's like, hey, I need you to basically stab my brain with this nail through my eye.
Yeah.
I had to look away, and I told Chris, I'm like, yo, tell me when it's over. And I was legitimately looking away. I was like, my gosh, this is
so I think
sick.
The word is squeamish.
Yeah.
And you get that way about eyes and which, by the way, Bro wants to be. He's wanted to go into the medical field. Now.
I do. Yeah, ain't that weird?
As squeamish as you are, you think you do realize you're going to see a lot of like blood and bodily fluids. And,
oh yeah.
Okay. I just want to. But no, like there's
listen, I'm not going to be hammering a stake through someone's eye. Okay. I better not. Otherwise, I'll get a different schedule. I'll be like, I need.
No, I'm joking. You'll give the tools.
I need 7 to 5.
Well, if you're a nurse, you'll give the tools to the doctor to do that.
Right.
Like I need the scalpel, or some kind of sort of. You just give it. You look away. You know,
Johnson, what's wrong with you? Just keep on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, no, but yeah. So it's not that I am like super scared. I get jumpy. Like I go, oh gosh.
Yeah.
But I'm more of like gore. Like again, the boys, all that good squeamish. Yeah, I get very like.
Yeah.
And some things just happen out of nowhere, like Game of Thrones. It's like all of a sudden, these two people are having a fun time hanging out or doing whatever, and all of a sudden, a horse's head is getting chopped off.
Okay, to be fair,
oh god.
To be fair, the guy lost the race. He was very angry.
But he didn't have to take it out on his horse.
No, but that was the point because he's like this barbaric, like rude, like dickish dude. He's like,
I know,
take it out on a horse. Like you. It's like you made me lose. It's like, bitch.
It's like no, you lost because you suck at jousting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but
he just relied on brute strength the whole time. The other guy like kind of finessed his way in.
Yeah.
By the way, we've only. Wait, have you even seen season? Did you even finish season 1 yet with me?
I have not.
We got.
What episode are we on?
So I finished season 2, but we need to get caught up through the rest of season 1 then, and we need to watch season 2 at least. No. I'll get back to season 2 on my own eventually, and then we can do that as well.
Yeah.
But
I'm jumping on trends that were done, back in 2014, 15.
It's funny you say that.
When I graduated high school.
Well, it's funny you say that because I have realized that I am the opposite of a hipster. I tend to get interested in things like 5 to 10 years after they're relevant.
Same.
You do that too?
Same. Yeah.
So so I'll give you a great example. I got into like pop punk, pop punk, pop rock, whatever, alt rock, in like 2015. Like that was when I first heard Something's Gotta Give by All Time Low, which, as many of you know, my favorite band. Mm-hmm. And then I knew about like Blink-182, Green Day, Bowling for Soup. Like I listened to them and stuff, but then I started it wasn't until like 2015 that I started actually getting into the scene and like that emo music and stuff.
Right.
Which now is having a resurgence, much deserved. But like until then, it kind of went out of style, if you will, like 5-10 years ago.
Right.
So, I'm just like, or it had its heyday at least like 10 years ago at that point. So I realized, I mean, even like I don't love, like, we have a friend who loves EDM, but like, I don't love EDM that much. Mm-hmm. But like, I can listen to like some EDM and like some of that like
dance music.
Yeah. Stuff like that. And I would never have like 10, 20. Well, right. But to be fair, in that case, for me, a big part of it was coming to the realization and acceptance that I just like pop music. Like I do, and that's okay. Like I was one of those people where I was like, no, I don't like pop. It's rock. I just listen to rock. Like I don't have like a chip on my shoulder about it. But I eventually realized I was like, no, but the rock that I like is like pop rock,
right?
And pop punk. So like I like poppy. I mean, that's the point. Like, it's supposed to be fun pop, like, But like, I started getting into like a lot of these people. There are some, like, there are bands coming up now who I'm getting into before they're cool, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Quote unquote.
But yeah, for the most part, I've always gotten into things like I even just like and I'm doing this thing with media in general, where like I have these like folders of movies and video games and comics and all this stuff that I like, and going through and whatever. And so like,
buddy, you're set for like 3 lifetimes. 3 lifetimes.
So, yeah.
Maybe even more.
Yeah. So, we were actually just talking about this before we did the show. I just started getting into the Silent Hill series. I also started getting into Resident Evil last year or the year before, and we were talking about we weren't talking about the first Silent Hill. First Silent Hill, I mean, I could tell you some things about it, and you'd be like, oh, that's. But we were talking about the second Silent Hill and the characters in it. For those of you that are familiar with it, I haven't played the remake yet. By the way, only the original one from 2001. But my point is these are this is a series that started in '99, and I'm just now. But also, I was never into horror for a long time either. So there's also that. But I'm just now getting. But anyway, my point is I just get into a lot of things like that.
Right. Years after their thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but I'm curious. So those are some examples for me. What are some examples for you? Because you said you're like that too. What are some examples like that?
Well, I'm wearing one of the examples now. Currently, right now, I have Nike Air Forces on.
Okay.
So
is that was that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when I was in high school. So back when I was in high school, all of my well, not all, but the huge majority of my classmates had on Nike Air Forces. And just, pink, blue, green, black, white, yada, colorways. And,
actually, I have a friend who has these, orange, goldish Air Forces. They're pretty dope.
Okay. But yeah, so more of my classmates in high school had on Nike Air Forces. And... And, at that time in high school, I was like, I don't want to, wear what everybody else is wearing, yada, yada. I want to be my own person, blah, blah, blah. And up until I say recently, 2-3 years ago, I bought my very first pair of Nike Air Forces.
Oh.
And...
So those are Nike Air Force. Oh
yes.
Yeah, the Air on them.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So, and nowadays, whenever I go out in public, go to a concert, go to whatever event, or I'm out grocery shopping or whatever, I never ever see Nike Air Forces. So I'm wow, I'm years and years and years late to the trend.
Do you have? Because I can actually think of 2 things that I'm actually doing, kind of in time with everybody else for once. I noticed, and I think a lot of this is because people just got tired of shaving and stuff during COVID. But I grew a beard, grew a stubble beard, but our entire group did at the same time. We all basically grew out a beard, and a lot of people. I know not Patrick, but every people in general have a lot of guys now who didn't have beards before. Or growing out beards. Yeah. And the other thing I've noticed is a lot of guys are wearing chains now. And I remember I started wearing I started wearing one because you actually suggested it.
That's right.
I had I was let me try wearing bracelets, and you were what would really go good with that and would suit you? A nice chain. And I was
that's right.
And I got it, and now I'm I like this look.
That's
so
right.
But I notice all kind of people are wearing chains, and men are wearing different jewelry and stuff now. And I'd say this is the first time that I feel I'm in line with the trends. Now I will say, and we kind of touched on this in our last episode, I've never been one for following trends. I will never stop dressing the way that I am or whatever. I don't think, because it's no longer cool.
Right.
I just wouldn't do that. I would just, if I find something I like, I'm gonna fucking
do it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's interesting. We that's crazy how we went from Do you know? Okay, so this is funny.
Dating shows to trends.
You have you have ADHD.
I do.
Right?
I do.
I have never been diagnosed.
Mm.
I don't know if I have it or not. And from what I've seen from people that do have it, where they're like, this is what it... Like, I saw this thing where it was like, this is what it's like for, like, a ADHD person was, like, on the left, non-ADHD person was on the left, and ADHD person was on the right. And it was like, this is how, like, both of these people are.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that and I was like, I feel like I'm more like the one on the left. Like, I'm more like the one that doesn't have ADHD. So there are things where, like, I know that I can be, like, scatterbrained, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
so
But
coming from someone who has ADHD, and like I swear it's like my ADHD is like its own entity.
Can you sense it? You can sense it in others. Like Marie,
Trust me, buddy. In the car,
like Bloody Marie can smell the V in people's
yeah. I'm telling you, man. It's like
the Gen V reference. You guys should watch the show. Go on.
Gen V is. God, there are a lot of images that have burned into my skull that I will never unsee again. But nevertheless, it is a good show. Go watch it, and it gets better as it goes on.
Yes,
like it's like pedal to the metal all the way through.
I'm sorry, I triggered your ADHD while you were talking about your ADHD.
That's right.
Please continue about your ADHD.
So my ADHD is honestly like it's like a whole other entity, and it grew up with me and it matured with me.
Interesting.
So coming from someone who has ADHD, you have some traits of someone who has ADHD, like the scatterbrain, that kind of stuff. But I would say you don't have ADHD.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's.
What is it where, like, I think, did you tell me you can't multitask?
I cannot.
Okay. So
multitask. If I do, I literally stop what I'm doing.
Okay, so I'm the opposite of that. I feel like I have to multitask. Like, it is very difficult for some reason for me to, like, just, like, and a lot of this might just be because of, like accessibility of technology and stuff these days, but it's very difficult to, like, just watch a movie, just listen to something. Like, I feel like I have to be doing something while I'm, like, have that in the background or, like, whatever, you know?
So, like, good example. Me, for instance. Today, I had to do my dishes.
Okay.
I had to do my dishes. And I was also, had on a documentary, about, like, I'm a huge nature guy. Okay. So it was on, like, the nature of, like, Washington State, you know, that kind of thing. And not even 30 seconds into me doing my dishes, I heard something that intrigued me. I went and I was standing up and watching this documentary go on, and it just happened. I just put down what I was doing. I sat down. I watched the documentary. It was like 45 minutes, and once it ended, I was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to be doing dishes right now." And so I went back and I finished up my dishes. But like, I was just so.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah,
so
I cannot multitask.
That's okay. So that's really interesting. The way that it is for me, I feel like is like the opposite, because for me, it's very difficult for me to get myself to do something, especially that I don't want to do. Like, I just did laundry yesterday. I now have clean laundry sitting in the basket, ready for me to, like, put away. I hate putting away laundry so much. So I don't know why.
I like it.
I just hate it.
Yeah, I like folding it and, you know, organizing it and whatever.
Yeah,
like socks to one side, underwear to one side. Right. Same thing as like my athletic shorts. One side, my athletic t-shirts. One side. Yeah,
I'll touch on that in a minute, I guess. But I think that should I go on that? I don't know.
There's that scatterbrain.
Yeah, exactly. but what I find is, like, I have to have something, like, for my mind to be occupied on while I'm doing a menial task like that. Otherwise, I either won't do it or my brain will just wander and I'll like not always good places, you know. So sometimes I have to like kind of put the reins on it and be like I've talked before about how like my go-to as like a comfort thing is Let's Plays. There are a few Let's Play channels that I watch, and I'm like, let me just like, but I wanted to say that because that made me think about this. Before I get onto that, I think it's just very interesting how different we are in that way. Like how opposite. That's great. Yeah. But I think I just thought about this. Like, I don't have an issue doing laundry, right? I have an issue putting away laundry. I don't have an issue with like a lot of people have an issue with doing dishes, right? I don't have an issue with doing dishes. I think that is a really good example of how you can like split up chores with, and really it could be a roommate too, but especially like a romantic partner. Like a lot of people have the thing where like there are guys who like expect the girl to like do everything, which I think is stupid. My thing has always been on this like I can take care of myself. I don't want like a mom or a maid. Like
well, so with that, I've met like some couples that like the boyfriend loves to cook.
Right.
The girlfriend can't cook for her life.
Yeah, sure.
But on the flip side, she is like, I will cook everything. You do not touch the stove. It's mine. Yeah. And then the boyfriend is like, okay, or like, sure. Really? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I can. Yeah. I can cook some too for us. Right. Yeah. And they're like oh gosh, it's funny. They dub it like boy job and girl jobs. So like this one couple, her husband's job, one of his boy jobs is to take out the trash. She said, I will never touch the trash.
Sure.
It's your job. And then and then oh my gosh, and then there's this one couple that I heard online or like on YouTube that she is like, I do the yard work. Okay. Sure. I get on the mower, I do that, okay. I pull the weeds, sure. I water I do the yard work. Yeah. You don't. Yeah. You don't touch anything.
Yeah. Okay. And it's funny because there's a lot of people who will like look at that and like you'll have like those like out like a lot of those like alpha like Dubro guys who are like
start on those.
Who are like, no, I'll mow the lawn and like I don't know, grill or whatever, but like anything else is like her job or whatever. And if he's like, I'm not going to be clean, but at the same time, they might also be like, well, she's not going to take out the trash. That's my job or whatever. Like she's not going to like mow the lawn. Like, and I think that mentality is stupid. Is my point with that. But I think naturally there are going to be things that you prefer doing chore wise that your partner won't, and vice versa. I'll give you a great example. So let's say, for example, like I'm a girl who like she doesn't like doing dishes or she doesn't like taking out the trash, whatever. I'll do those.
She's a bum. I'm just kidding.
But like she's good with like vacuuming. She's fine with that stuff. Or like this is a big one for me. I almost physically cannot bring myself to get the mail. I hate getting the mail so much. I cannot explore. I can't. I don't know what it is. It's not like I'm afraid of like what's in there or anything. Like,
when the first of the month comes, boy, then you're like, oh man, what is it gonna read?
No, well, but I do have like a little fear. That's funny. That's I'm gonna get jury duty and not know about it because it only comes in the mail.
See, now without that. I have never, ever gotten a letter that said I need to do jury duty. I've never.
I think Patrick's done it twice.
I've never. Sorry, going off on a side tangent. How does? I mean, I don't want to do jury duty. Like it's stupid. Like I got better things to do.
Well, you get like how $70 or something, but it's
pay.
Yeah, like $70.
Oh no. Well, how does that work? Like, how do you get a letter that says...
I don't know. You just get a letter that says...
Oh, yeah. I have a friend... I've never gotten a jury duty letter. Ever.
I haven't either. Well, as far as I know, I haven't.
Oof.
Yeah.
They go check that mail.
That's the thing. Yeah, but that's my thing. Like,
we're going to pause the pod. No, just kidding.
But Yeah. So, but my point is like, same with a girl who like she doesn't want to do the dishes, she doesn't want to take out the trash, whatever, right? Or like maybe she doesn't have an issue with like, putting the laundry away, but she doesn't like the task of like separating the colors and the whites and the whatever and putting the laundry and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can have a thing where it's like, okay, well, I will go, like, I'll do that, and then you'll
do this.
put it away.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or like, hey, like, I'll take out the trash, you get the mail, like, whatever it is, right?
Right.
Those kind of things. I think that, like, those are good ways to delegate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think a lot of because a big point of contention in relationships is the chores, the household chores.
Yeah.
And it only gets worse if you got a kid.
Oh,
but my thing is
bills. Who's in charge of finances?
All that part of the chores. So that's my point. Like, I think splitting that stuff up based on just like, what are you good at, what do you enjoy less or whatever. Like, if I got a girl who's like super like mathy,
she's in charge of finances.
Have fun. Like, please do it.
Yeah,
I don't.
Because I'll mess that joint up.
I don't give a yeah, like, I use, like, Tax Act or whatever to do my taxes. But, like, apart from that, like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. So, like...
Oh, man.
By all means.
Yeah.
But,
so, it's not really a chore,
uh-huh.
but it's just something, like fun or whatever. And future wife, if you're listening, listen well. No, but I am a huge breakfast guy.
Oh, it's true.
So I'm always, don't get it twisted, always gonna be making breakfast. Always.
Every day.
Every freaking day. Yo, I'm a flip those pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
But, and even if it's just like a bowl of cereal for like the kids or whatever, or for her, I'm pouring milk. So I'm going to pour the cereal, and then I'm going to, for all you psychos out there, I'm going to pour the cereal first.
Okay.
And then the milk. Ain't going to be no almond milk.
Or coconut milk?
No, it's going to be regular cow milk.
Sheesh. Have you ever had goat milk? First of all.
I have not.
It's pretty good. I like it.
I've always kind of wanted to try some.
It's not bad.
Really?
Yeah, I like it.
I heard it's sweet.
It is. Yeah. I haven't had it in years, though, so I don't quite remember that well. But it's good from what I remember. But I wanted to say...
Put that on my bucket list.
What?
Drink some goat milk.
Hell yeah. So 2 things. One, in defense of people who, like, pour their milk first...
There is no justification for this. For this sin. Okay?
I don't do it, but I understand why people do. Because...
What's the justification for this?
Because...
You're talking to a serial connoisseur
a serial killer, actually.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But, because you pour some milk in, and now like, basically what it comes down to is, do you care more about having enough cereal in the bowl, or do you care more about having enough milk for your cereal? Because if you care more... Because here's the thing, right? This is what I do. On the rare occasions I have cereal, I'll pour the cereal, and then I can pour in the milk, but now I might not actually have enough room for all the milk that I need for the cereal. So I understand why people, like, do the milk first, and then they put some cereal in so they make sure they have enough milk to go with their cereal. I get it. I don't do it, but I get it. We really need to do an episode on, like, these kind of, like, differences and, like, hot takes.
Don't even get me started.
One of the big ones.
Don't even get me started on that one.
We're not getting to it.
Don't get me started, Bucko.
We're gonna save that.
Sheesh.
But there was something else I wanted to say about, like, not chores, but something of that nature. Just like, I don't know. Just I think like just.
If you both can come to agreement on who's gonna do what.
Yeah.
Then I see no problem with that.
Right, yeah.
And, like you said, if someone wants to, do the finances, and that's what they want to do, okay, like, go for it. If someone wants to do, again, the yard work, like I said, and they're adamant about it, like, you're not going to touch any tool, anything, like, that's fine. As long as you guys can make it work, and successfully work, That's all there is to it, man.
I'd agree. Yeah, no, 100%.
That's all there is to it.
No, I don't know. There was something else I wanted to say, but I don't.
Yeah.
But
again, wife, if you're listening, I am always.
I remember what I was going to say.
Making breakfast.
Well, kind of. Okay. So we're going to explain my thought process. So this is how my brain works, right?
Okay.
So I thought about this. Okay, wouldn't it be really cute if like you made breakfast and then she made dessert, like because you're a sweets guy.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, oh, I'm making like cookies or cake or whatever for us to have, like.
And then
I thought about this. I don't cook for myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just throw shit in the microwave. But I actually really enjoy cooking with Kai. No, I'm kidding. Cooking with my partner. Cooking with my partner. I don't care. By the way, as far as like those like TikTok cooking people go, Susie Vidal, OnlyPans, much better than cooking with Kaya. Just saying. Personally. Anyway, she's so cute and does like little innuendos the whole time, and like it's that like cute and sexy thing that I like it, so it makes sense that I like it so much.
That's right.
But anyway, back to the way my fucking brain works. But anyway, back to the point. Yes, but back to the point. I really like cooking with my partner. I've only done it a handful of times. Like I've cooked with a girlfriend a couple times. I also cooked with a friend once. Because he was even like, you don't have to cook with your girlfriend. You can cook with just a friend too. And I'm like, I know. I'm like, okay, like that's. But to me, it's just like a fun, like it's
like that could be a date night.
It could. Definitely not a first date, but yes, it could be.
Yeah, it could be a stay in.
And that was one of the things we did.
You could do like a theme.
Well, so what we did, it was really cute. We kind of figured out what we were gonna have together, but it was so funny too because I remember like we figured out what we were gonna have for dinner, and like she's throwing out different things, and I was like, "There's no meat. She's like, "Does it have to have meat?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I like to have meat with every meal. Some kind of. But anyway, we had all what we did. We did the whole thing where like we figured out what we were gonna have. Mm-hmm. We had like our list and everything. Then we went to the store, went shopping for it, and then we came home and we made it, and it was sweet. We made dinner and we made dessert, and it was a good time.
There you go.
And I think that, like to me, I just really like that kind of thing.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah, I really like that. Like, I will not cook myself, but if my girlfriend or my wife wants to cook,
right?
Unless she's like, no, this is my kitchen, stay out. I would gladly be like, hey, babe, let me help you. Let me do something here because I don't know. It's like.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. I do enjoy like being a part of that. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to like be doing all of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
I
like being a sidekick in the kitchen.
Yeah. I had a grandma. She's long passed away.
Yeah.
But she was old school, and she was one of those people where like if any of us, and this is obviously when we were like 9 to 12, early teens, we would she'd be cooking just this. She would have like
she was cooking.
She's cooking. She's cooking. She what was it? She ate
and left no crumbs.
Yeah, jeez. you Gen Zers. No, but man, dude, she had 3 pot roast things going. She had a big pan she had all of these things. Dude, she was a beast, dude.
Yeah.
She had all of these things cooking. Like, oh my God, especially Thanksgiving. Dude, she had all the sides.
Yeah.
She had the turkey, the ham. She had every Thanksgiving side dish and main dish you could think of. Mm-hmm. She had, and dude, it was like a chemic's lab. She was going from one pot, one dish to the other, doing, and we would like legit, like we were playing whatever. We would accidentally like step foot into the kitchen. She'd be like, get out of my kitchen, get out of my kitchen, and she would like threaten us with like a spatula. Get out of my kitchen, we're like, oh, Grandma, I'm sorry. And she's like, let me do my thing. And, dude, and everything was homemade.
Yeah. Well, nothing beats like homemade cookies or homemade like.
So she was like that. She was that person. She would just have all these things. Don't you dare step foot in my kitchen. Don't do it. So it was good stuff.
But like I'll tell you, my first job. I was a waiter, and part of what you had to do, especially when you were short on staff, sometimes is you had to help the
busboys.
Yeah, well, help the chef. Like, here, let me help me make whatever. And I had to make an omelet for this person. I did not know how to make an omelet. I love omelets. My favorite thing to have for breakfast.
Omelets are good.
But
what do you put in the omelets?
Whatever. Sausage, peppers, onions,
okay.
cilantro. I like spicy things, so I like a southwestern spicy kind of omelet. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Ham, bacon. Whatever. Give me a smorgasbord of
respect.
Because to me, so I love variety, and I love my favorite pizza, for example, is my favorite food is pizza, and my favorite type of pizza is a supreme pizza. It's got like all these different things on it.
Okay.
My go-to for like a lot of different things is like I like buffet type of things. I like my favorite thing from like Wendy's, which my favorite fast food joint is Wendy's. Rarely ever go, but on the occasion. And my favorite thing is like they used to have the 4 for $4. Now they had the $5 Big Bag. Because I like that you get a little bit of everything. Okay. And with an omelet, it's like the breakfast version of that. Because you have the eggs, and then you have...
If you want protein.
The sausage, you have the ham, you have whatever, peppers, whatever, right?
Okay.
So I really liked that concept. But I couldn't... When I was making the omelet, I couldn't figure out how to like flip it properly. So the guy on like a Saturday morning or something, the guy had to like make it for me after I fucked it up. He was all right. Let's just fucking trash this.
Yeah, let me do something you messed up.
That's right. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is what I got fucking hired for.
Yeah.
So.
Now.
Oh, and grilled cheese. I think I fucked up with grilled cheese too.
Bro.
Yeah.
I have not had a grilled cheese dipped in tomato soup.
Okay.
In a long time.
I have a hilarious story for you.
Okay.
And the audience. So a buddy of mine and I at my last job, and it sucks because like he left and like we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anyway.
Selena Gomez.
No. Isn't that Charlie Puth? We don't talk anymore.
I think it is.
Yeah. You might have been thinking with Selena Gomez, Hands to Myself.
Oh,
came out around the same era, but very different. Like, we don't talk anymore. It's about like we broke up and now we don't talk anymore.
Right.
Hands to Myself is like I want you so bad I can't keep my hands to myself.
Yeah. Okay.
No matter how hard I'm trying to.
True.
But anyway, see, boy, our fucking brains work.
That's right.
But I was what did I say before you?
You were cooking with a friend.
That was
a friend of a friend.
I was cooking with a friend.
No.
We were like way after that. We were like, what were we just talking about?
I don't know.
But by the way, I want to preface: we aren't on anything. We're just like this.
Yeah.
Like we're not.
We're not like high.
No. We're low.
Yeah. As you're thinking about that.
Yeah, please.
So I don't know about you, but I put ketchup on my eggs, either scrambled.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I
remember.
Oh, you're good. So that's all I had to say. Really, is I put ketchup.
Ketchup on eggs is good. Is good. Okay. Growing up, my dad would never like if I didn't finish my eggs, but I put ketchup on them, he wouldn't finish them.
Boo.
I was like, damn, that sucks. But what I wanted to say was. About the grilled cheese. So my current job, actually, there was this guy that was working with us. You heard him, Conor Brogan. My buddy, his name is Leo. He and I both had like similar fitness goals and stuff. We started like going to the gym and stuff and all these different things. And like as we started doing this stuff, our job would like just bring out like all this like carb loaded like fatty food, which was free for us employees. But like we're sitting there and like they bring out these like grilled cheese with like ham and tomato and like all this stuff, and we're like, God, that sounds really good. But we're both like, nope, we're not.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
we like kept each other accountable, so it was good.
Right. There you go.
But yeah, we thought, I was like, honestly, like the probably like best thing on there is the ham, like health wise.
Right.
And
dunk that grilled cheese in the tomato soup.
Yeah.
Dunk that mug.
And we did not give in.
Ooh,
I wonder though, because like now they have food trucks like all the time. Well, like once a month, and I definitely partake. I wonder how he would handle that. Well, because what they give us these like vouchers. They give us these like papers where they're like, go get, and it's also like at that point it's rude because like the company already bought it for you.
Right.
So like if you don't get something, it's like, and you can't give it to someone else either. So like, they don't let you. So, you know, I mean, you can say no, but then it's kind of like they just wasted the. Also, I just fucking want it, you know, like this. There was supposed to be this truck called some melted something or other, and it was supposed to come through. They said they broke down. We think, myself and a few of the other employees, think that they just didn't want to come to us. Dang. They were like, "Yeah, we're not doing that."
Dang,
no. There was this pizza joint that was similar. But like most things are pretty good. But I just but my point was like, yeah, so like my buddy that's like with me and everything, like we're both working on our fitness goals, and we're having this whole thing where it's like, dude, like what are they trying to do?
Yeah. At one of my past jobs, it was at like a golf cart manufacturing store.
Did they make the golf carts or did they just sell them?
They made the golf carts and sold them. And
I'd say golf cart manufacturer.
Yeah, and I was one of the blessed ones that got to test drive these. These new like 5-seater golf carts.
Would you say that was like the most fun part of the job?
Yeah, because in the way back of the lot, there was this super long stretch of road that was meant for like, okay, like how fast can this go?
Yeah,
I remember it was on my schedule to test drive, I think 2 or 3 golf carts for like an hour and 20 minutes or whatever.
Okay.
And to like you know, like, all right, how fast does it go in like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds? And we had to jot, like, cart 1 went from like 0 to like 35 in 5.2 seconds. So, you know, that kind of thing. And I remember I test drove this one golf cart that had 6 seats. It was a 6-seater. And this mug went like almost 30 miles per hour. It was.
Is that fast for a golf cart?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like most golf carts, I would say could go like max 11 miles per hour. Okay. You know, they're not meant to like, you know, zoom on down. You know, they're meant for, you know.
What if you get the zoomies? Driving the golf cart and you get
the then you just gotta pretend you're, you know, vroom vroom, you know, bada boom, you know, you're racing through the.
I imagine
the
like
golf
if we got
zoomies
like cats do, cars would be the worst place to get the zoomies. You're driving on some, you know what I mean, like shit.
People would mistaken that for he's got a road rage, nice.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times it happened today. I was driving and like. I was in like the middle right lane. On the far right lane, there was this person going into my lane, and this person in the left, like just to the left of me, and going in, and they were like so close to hitting. So I'm like, so like I slow down and like start braking for them. Like I was like, don't cause a fucking accident, guys. And they didn't, thankfully. But I'm like, Jesus Christ, Like it's
Yeah.
I see that shit all the time, and I'm like, and then a lot of these people like try to like veer all the way over, and I'm like, God, you gotta like, come on, like, what are we fucking doing? But anyway,
but yeah, so that was honestly the only fun part of the job. But no, every morning from 9 o'clock to 9:30, there would be a food truck that came by, and brother,
wait, every morning?
Every morning,
Jesus,
bro, we were like one of their top. I think we're like third, one of their top companies.
Wow.
And well said, because literally, I think there was like 40 some like of us workers that worked out in our sections or whatever.
Working out.
Sometimes it felt like it, moving all the tires. Yeah, don't even get me started on that. So like there was 40 of us like ground workers, and then there were like the office people. There was like 15 of them. We would all surround this food truck. And brother, they had this food, and he was so nice. This guy that drove the food truck, dude. There was almost every type of breakfast item you could think of. He had every apple juice, orange juice, every kind of.
This almost sounds like the cart they just had like at high school. You remember those carts? They're like a la carte, more for breakfast.
Yeah, but the cart in high school had like orange juice and apple juice, and that was really
and milk.
Chocolate
and vanilla.
And milk.
And those like little pancake things that were trash.
Yeah. I don't think I...
You probably got cereal knowing you, if you got anything.
No, I was more of like a breakfast like chicken biscuit guy.
Oh, chicken? For
chicken
breakfast?
Biscuit.
Oh.
How Chick-fil-A has their little chicken biscuits that you can get for breakfast.
Okay, I didn't know that. But I was gonna say, how do you feel about like breakfast burgers? You know, where they put like an egg and stuff on it?
I've had a breakfast burger once. It's okay.
Yeah, I like them.
But yeah, dude, this food truck had literally every breakfast food you can think of. And for the drinks, not only did
they have quiche?
They had quiche burritos.
Quiche burritos?
Breakfast quiche burritos.
That's interesting.
But like for drinks, they had the apple juice, orange juice. They had like the breakfast drinks that you have at breakfast, but they also had like water, soda, that kind of stuff. They had like seltzers, that kind of stuff.
Celsius?
Yep.
That's probably
not Celsius. I don't think so. Celsius.
Do they have frittatas?
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
You're lying to me. You said they had everything you could think of.
Dude, they had it.
They don't have it.
They had an array, buddy. But my breakfast would eggs and coffee are two things that just
flush
out, dude. Whenever I eat eggs, scrambled omelet, doesn't matter, or drink coffee, I always have to,
Is it just black coffee or is it coffee in general?
Just coffee in general.
Oh, that's cool.
Iced hot. I have to be on standby for like 30 minutes. It's crazy. Rough. It's rough.
Wow.
But yeah. So So my breakfast items were always a breakfast burrito, which was always just filled to the brim to where you would think you'd bust open. But it was so perfectly. It was good. It had pieces of ham. It had like chopped onions, peppers. It had egg. And it had like some kind of like sauce. Some really really good sauce. And for my drink, I always had the pure mango juice.
Okay.
It was like just pure, like fresh from the wild mango juice. It was. I called it the nectar of the gods.
Oh. Isn't that a thing in Percy Jackson?
Oh, it is one of my favorite franchises.
Right.
But yeah, it was. I dubbed it the nectar of the gods
Okay.
because not only was, and stuff like that is like super sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm not really a super sweet guy. I like sweets, but to me, there's a limit. Like if it's like it gets to be like, okay, this is really sweet or like super sugary. Like my taste buds are like having an aneurysm.
You mean orgasm?
Aneurysm.
Oh.
It's like when like the brain. It's like a heart attack, but for the brain. It's like a seizure kind of. Like my taste buds are like.
Wouldn't that be like a brain freeze?
No brain. What is a brain? Like I know what brain freeze, but like,
I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's okay. It's weird they call it a brain freeze because like I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I always felt it more in my mouth.
I don't really mouth.
Yeah, like you take a cold drink of something. I feel it more in my mouth.
My guy.
I mean, or I get like the sinuses, I guess, but not really like my head.
Oh,
like,
dude,
I don't feel like
whenever I eat something cold, very fast,
yeah,
bro, the top of my noggin hurts.
Well, I'll tell you what what I do hate with that is I don't ever bite like ice cream or anything. Like my front teeth are very sensitive.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I can chomp down on ice cream.
What I tend to do is like I do like the old person no teeth thing. Yeah, exactly.
you gum it up.
Yes, and tongue. Like I'll use like my tongue and like
right. Yeah, brother. I just bite down.
You gum it up.
Yeah, gum it up, brother.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, dude. I always had that. Oh, it's so good. I always had that breakfast burrito. And it was filling. Like, I could just have that breakfast burrito and the Nectar of the Gods juice, and I could be good for the whole day until, like, the next morning.
So, on that note, Nectar of the Gods, I have learned recently that...
As one should.
Yeah. Okay, you hear, like, in, like, fantasy, like, things and stuff, people talk about drinking mead.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently what mead is it's fermented honey. It's like alcoholic honey.
Really?
And it's very sweet because it's honey. It's very sweet, and apparently it like fucks you up quicker than like wine or something would.
That's vicious.
No. Mead. M as in Michael E.
Yeah, mead.
Yeah, mead. Yeah. I think it's how you spell it. Yeah, but apparently it's like alcoholic honey. I'm like,
dang,
I gotta try that.
That sounds
amazing.
Yeah, the honey part. I mean, I'm not much of a alcohol drinker. Like I'll drink a beer.
Okay, wait,
literally every.
Wait.
Just
I have to point this out. Before we started recording this podcast, Bro asked me, he's like, "Hey, when we're done here, you want to come over to my place and try some of this chocolate wine that I have?" And I was saying, I'm not. No, it's true. Neither of us are big drinkers.
No.
I'm more of a we're both more social drinkers. I think I'm more of a social drinker than you. Like I'll have I just went out with a friend yesterday for dinner, and I had like a Long Island with a steak salad. Like I'll do things like that, but generally, and I didn't even finish it.
Nah, brother, good old H2O, my guy.
Just out of water.
Just water.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you say that. I don't know if you remember this, but in our first episode of the New Vision podcast, we talked about our go-to beverages. And when I started the conversation, I meant alcohol. But you were like, I really like water. And so I just went with it, and I was like, I think my go-to beverage is tea.
Again, water's it, man.
And for me, tea is, I can have it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What I prefer is I'm weird like this. I figure out what I'm drinking based on what I'm eating. So, like, if I'm having...
Interesting.
Well, yeah, like, if I'm having, like, a pastry for breakfast, like a donut or something, I really don't want, like, orange juice. You know, I'll have milk, I'll have coffee, I'll have tea. Shout out to my ice maker in the background. But I won't have... But I can have tea with anything in general. I can have tea with, like, lunch, and especially dinner. I have tea with a lot of my dinner. But, like, if I'm having, like, pizza or hot dog burger, something like that, I pretty much have to have soda. So,
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's just how I. But like, I'll have water if it's like, I don't know, some chicken or like a chicken salad sandwich or like a something like that or like a ham deli kind of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's like I can do it if it's like a Philly cheesesteak. I did it once and I like with a food truck and I was like, but generally speaking, I what I'm drinking depends on what I'm eating. So
So speaking about that chocolate
wings,
wine,
gotta have beer with wings.
Oh, I'm not really a big fan of beer with wings.
Really, what do you tend to have? Soda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually like a root beer, Dr Pepper.
I also have wine tends to be like a fancier thing that I'll have with like a more elegant like a salmon or a
fettuccine.
Filet mignon, something like that. Fettuccine, sure. What, did you go into like a stereotypical Asian miso sorry thing?
I honestly don't know what it is. I just said
if you're gonna do anything stereotypical, it'd be more like the Italian food, the Mamma Mia.
Or like I give you dog $2, no more. Chicken noodle soup?
Is that Italian? Is that an Italian thing?
No, it's Japanese.
Is it?
What is that one thing they always say? Well, not they. Like in media, it's like kung pao chicken.
There's
like,
a show.
Like, no soup for you.
There's a movie. Oh,
I think
there's.
I honestly don't know what I'm talking about.
There's a movie called Kung Pao Chicken. I don't know.
Is there?
Yeah.
What a great movie! I guarantee it is.
Yeah, but before, as a non-melanated at all white guy.
That's right. I make white boy, or as other people say, gringo. I make gringo.
Well, what's funny about that to me? I know I've talked to you about this, I've never talked about this on the pod, but there is a restaurant called Gringos, which I think is hilarious because, as I understand it, Gringos is, okay, it's not as bad as like the N-word for black people. People are always like, oh, it's as bad as it. No. But it's basically like an insult to white people. Yeah. So it's crazy to me to call a restaurant an insult. Like, I don't know, it's weird.
Hey, you want to go eat at White Boys?
Yeah.
It's
that is basically what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know? And it's weird because it's an authentic Mexican place. So it's like, it's not even... Like, their food has spice and shit, so like it's not like it's all watered down like Tex-Mex. It's like legitimate Mexican food.
Yeah.
But I think you were starting to say something earlier. I think you're actually getting ready to close this out. So. But if not, we can keep going.
Yeah. No.
Is there something about speaking about that chocolate wine?
Oh yeah. Yes. So again, I'm not that much at all. Like, I'll drink one beer, like, once every, 3 months. I literally,
I thought you were going to say, every 3 years.
Dude, but I very, very rarely drink.
Well, have you ever been drunk?
I've not.
I
love...
being sober?
Being sober, I love... being able to be myself. I hate that. And I've seen way too many
drunk
people get drunk to where it's just like, you think this is fun?
Yeah.
This is, and some people are legitimately oh, so let's get just freaking plastic.
No,
it's y'all think this is fun?
Yeah. I hear people talk all the time about drink and
that and smoking and doing drugs.
Yeah.
For those things, I genuinely, and this is not from
we're pretty straight-laced.
I genuinely don't have any desire to do those things at all.
I don't either.
It's I love myself. I love having a clear mind. I love having clean lungs. I just love all these things. It's and it's for those of you who like to get drunk, smoke, and that's fine. You do you live your life the way you want to live it, but I just ain't that guy.
Yeah,
I'm not him.
Do you? Okay, so two things. One, I have been drunk, and I hated it. I remember even when it happened, I was like, people like do this on purpose. Like it's crazy. But the other thing is, it's really weird to me how people will measure an alcohol's like goodness, if you will, based on how quick it gets you fucked up. Oof. Like they're like, oh, just one or two of these, and you're good. Like, what do you mean you're good? You're fucked up. I'm like, what if I'm not drinking to get fucked up? Like,
you do this, you're staring into the abyss, man. It's like, what?
Like, I'll get a shot, and like shots are like,
they're
not shots. It's a glass.
It's a full on glass. People say it's a shot.
I will sip that and drink that. Gosh. As a regular drink.
Yeah.
Because to me, like, a little buzz is nice, but like,
I've never been buzzed either.
Really?
Never had any. Yeah, never.
You have a very high tolerance then.
Well, so like with me, I've probably, I've drank like 4 sips of a beer once, and I was instantly like hot. Like I felt hot. I was like,
you had to take off your clothes.
I was like, oh my god, this is not okay.
Off the sexy box, like all the women there.
That's right. It was like. like it was just like my body was like, this is not this is not okay, man. You need to stop. I was like, wow, I'm getting super hot, and I was wearing like a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
I was getting super hot and sweaty. I was like, whoa, this is not okay. So, but yeah, so this chocolate wine.
Yes,
the first time I took a very very minimal sip, and good thing I did because it is strong.
Is it?
Oh, dude, it's
just wine.
To me, it's strong.
It's chocolate wine.
It's super milky though.
I had some kind of chocolate wine or something like last year for Christmas. Some chocolate. I don't remember if you had any of it, but I didn't care for it much. No. Like I don't know what it was.
But like this very tiny sip I took was literally all I needed it to be. It was, to me, it was the perfect balance of. You could definitely taste the wine, and the other chocolate. Balance of it was like, this is a good amount of chocolate.
Okay.
But yeah, the first time I took a very minimal sip was like 2 weeks ago.
By the way, I just know, because I mentioned like something about the wine and how like that'll probably be like the cue to close. I just know we have at least one person listening who's like, no, don't let it end yet. And then the fact that we haven't let it end yet, they're like, oh, good. They're not ending it. You know, something
funny.
like that.
But yeah, no, it's super smooth, milky. It's good.
I wanted to ask real quick, and maybe you can close us on this. So like, we're not really into like drugs or alcohol or anything like that. I would say the closest thing I have to a vice, if I guess technically, would be sex. What do you have a vice? Do you have like? A thing that you just really enjoy that's like not bad, but because I don't know, it does feel weird to call sex a vice though, because it's not bad, it's just anything bad handled in the wrong way.
Sweets.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah, you got a major sweet.
Any cake, brownie, any cookie, like cookies are if all else fails, cookies are my go-to dessert. If you were one of the 7 deadly sins, would you say you'd be gluttony then? Probably.
Okay, because I know I'd be less, so that makes sense.
But yeah, any sweet, any sweet, any cake. It doesn't matter what cake. Any cake, any brownie, any cookie, any candy, literally anything sugary and sweet. I have a massive sweet tooth, and I always say. It's more of a curse than a blessing.
Yeah. So speaking about that,
it's crazy.
Okay, so it's funny because that really communicates like how our minds work and what our vices are. Because first of all, you said cake, and I immediately thought of like ass.
Right?
I like cake too.
But
the other thing is this. I remember we were talking about like different like girls like hair colors and stuff. And I pulled up a picture of like a girl with like dark hair with like blonde highlights or ombre. It was like dark roots, blonde, like toward the end. And this motherfucker says, "Looks like a brookie." And I'm like, bro, that is like the perfect encapsulation. Like, you see brunette with blonde highlights, you think Brookie. Like, that is you to a T. He's got like sweets on the mind all the time. I got sex on the mind all the time. That is like a perfect summation of like.
It's not an okay thing for me to have.
Yeah.
And, I say that, but then again, I have a candy bar in my apartment.
Well, it's interesting because...
so it's like...
a big one?
Well, you've seen it. It has all the Reese's. It
a candy bar. I thought you meant like a Hershey bar.
Oh, no, my whole candy bar on my counter.
Yeah, you should clarify that for the audience.
Yeah, so... Again, y'all just heard, I'm a huge sweets guy.
Yes.
It's more curse than blessing, obviously. But I, for the longest time, have wanted, like, some type of bar, whether it be... And I would never have this, but like a wine bar or like a cereal bar, candy bar, whatever, to where guests or whoever, family members or whatever, can go up to like all my containers I have lined up, and it's kind of a problem, but it's a good problem.
Well, I don't know if good and problem go together, but go on.
So
go off, King.
Thank you, Squire. I'm just kidding. No, so currently what I have right now is I have small Reese's peanut butter cups. I have Reese's Pieces. I have a whole thing of Nerds clusters.
Oh, yeah. 2 flavors, right?
2 flavors.
Yeah.
Well, one flavor is like blue raspberry, for the sourness. And then the other is like a tropical fruit punch. It's pretty good. And then I have a big thing of small M&Ms. And then I have 2 really small containers, but these things can be stacked on top of each other. So I have 2 stacked up on both each other to become one. It's birthday trail mix, which has like little round pieces of like chocolate. It's just all these pretzels, and then just like regular Moose Tracks trail mix. It's a problem.
I have to point out something because it's hilarious, right? I remember I helped him set up his candy bar. I'm a picker, so I will rarely sit down and have like a bunch of like candy or chips or whatever. But I am someone where like if I have
snacker
if I have stuff like laying out or I'm at a place where stuff is laying out, I will just I'll mosey on over and I'll like pick something and just like go back and whatever. And like as we are like filling these containers up with
he's munching on them. I'm like, brother, wait till it's filled up. Oh my god! And so I've we're going off on a tangent now. So
that's okay. It's going to be a 3-hour long podcast.
For the longest time, this is probably going to be the last one, and then we'll break. But for the longest time, I've been a cereal guy.
Serial killer, like I said.
Yeah, but recently, about like a month or 2 ago, I decided to quit or like step away from cereal. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just kind of felt this like
you're taking a break.
Yeah, like I need to step away from being a cereal fanatic. It's it's just empty, empty like calories or whatever.
I feel like you also just weren't ever getting milk, so you didn't want the cereal in the first place. All right, this man.
Here we go. It's gonna be
claims to be a fucking cereal connoisseur. I come over to his house like every fucking week. Man doesn't have not a drop of milk.
Listen.
Like, bro, you're the cereal guy? You want to have this shit dry?
Listen.
So you're right, have this dry. And then he's like, oh, you're having cereal dry. Well, what the fuck you want me to do? Where's the fucking milk?
Listen.
So I would bring over my milk and my soda sometimes. Now, to be fair, man was living on a very, struggling budget for a minute. It is what it is. But I'm like, bro, you can't give me shit for my coconut milk when you don't have any milk.
Yeah,
Mr. Cereal Man.
For the longest time, I was slacking on getting milk. Like, I'll do the classic, I'll get it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes around, I'll get it tomorrow. That whole terrible cycle. But I have milk now, and guess what? It's almond milk. For the cookies.
So interestingly, I don't like almond milk. That's why I started getting coconut milk, because I don't like...
It's okay.
Almond milk doesn't have, any flavor to me. It's not sweeter, I don't know.
Oh, I can definitely taste the almond.
Really?
It's not strong, but I can definitely taste the Like,
Maybe I'll try some back at your place. It'll be my chaser for the chocolate wine.
There you go. But yeah, so to my candy bar, I still have these candy, this bar up. But yeah, I have all of them filled up, to the brim. And yeah, it's just, again, I say this, I'm a, sweets guy. I have a cursed sweet tooth, yet I have all this candy. So it's like a contradict. It's like you say this, but then you say that.
It's not contradictory. That's like someone who's saying like,
okay. Like sometimes I say, I don't need any candy.
So
then I have candy.
I think it's funny when people do this. They'll like smoke, and they'll be like, "Oh man, I really need to quit smoking." And they'll like smoke again.
Blast up another joint.
Like, okay, love the guy, but a buddy of ours vapes a lot, and he'll always be like, "Man, I need to quit vaping." And he doesn't literally do like he needs to quit and then he takes a hit, but he'll be like, "I need to quit vaping," and then like later he'll be like, "I'm like, bro,
buddy, what are you doing?"
Or he'll be like, "Guys, I'm quitting vaping," and then he'll be like hitting it again. And look, I want to be clear, like all these things, sweet tooths, like. People, I talked about sort of in the first episode about like people are way too liberal with the term like addiction and stuff like that. I think all of these things, like if you can handle it in a healthy way and it's not like preventing you from, doing things you want or need to do with your life. Like if you're sitting there and you're like, you can't bring yourself to like go to your job or get a job because you're like snacking or whatever. Or whatever else it is, like smoking or fucking like I don't know, jerking off or whatever.
Or you're just lazy.
Well,
like I don't want to work today.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow comes around.
Yeah.
It's Friday. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
I'll go to work on Monday. Monday rolls around. That whole.
Well, I don't think your boss will put up with that. I think now if you were self-employed and you were like, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow."
Oh.
Yeah, then I could see that being a thing where you're like, "Oh, I'll do it tomorrow," and then you just don't. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. That's interesting. But I think if you like any of these things in moderation, like you're fine. Like any of these, even like you say, like, "Oh, you're a sweet tooth, it's a curse," whatever. Like it doesn't have to be. Like you just figure out. Because, so this is like, that's getting like, pretty like, I don't know, like deep, personal, whatever. But like, I used to feel very guilty about how interested I was in sex and specifically porn, largely because of purity culture and what I grew up with church and my mother and like all kind of different things. But eventually I learned to like embrace this and like do it in a healthy way. And I think that you can, and I'm not saying like everybody like needs to or couldn't, like if you have like an addiction or whatever, anything that you like want to kick, that you want to stop doing, by all means, like more power to you. But I think if it's like your sweet tooth and you're like, "Oh, it's a curse," it doesn't have to be. Like you can just have, like you can just, and I think, because I think it was this way for me, and I think it's this way for a lot of people. If you like give something that power over you, where you're like, "This is my weakness, this is my curse, this is whatever," it'll become that. But I think if you can reframe that and instead you just say like, I have a sweet tooth. I like things that are sweet. It's just what I like. You can then instead of having it be like, "Oh, this is such a curse I have," you can have it be like, "This is something I enjoy and I need to know how to manage that properly." Especially as far as like trying to get in shape and stuff like that goes. Be healthier and all that good stuff.
Interesting.
So I just think, if you handle anything that can be an addiction, if people have like video games or whatever, like anything that can be an addiction, like you just handle it in the right way and you're good. You just have to.
I mean, unless you have a really, really addictive personality.
Well, I was gonna say unless it's like heroin or something. Like,
you say we're getting on a deep level here. I'm getting on a deep level here.
Okay.
I am adopted. Me and my older brother.
Oh wow. Okay.
This is gonna get deep. We were born from two very, very addictive parents. Drugs and drinking. I have those genes.
You think you have an addictive personality?
I do.
Okay.
I do. Because I say this. My cookies I have, my packaged cookies I have in my freezer.
Yeah.
it was actually recent. One afternoon on like a Saturday or Sunday, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a small plate of cookies, which was like 5 cookies, right? I baked 5 cookies, put them on a plate, ate them, milk, yada yada. They were really good.
Yeah.
And then like a few minutes later, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have more. I became addicted, and again, like I said, cookies are my go-to. Like, I love cookies. Cookies are my dessert.
Yeah.
So I went.
My favorite too.
I had the rest of the cookies, which was like 10 more, and then night falls here. I'm getting ready for bed. My thoughts are going. I'm like, you know what? I can have a late night snack. I go to the freezer. I get out a whole package of cookies, which included like 24, 25 cookies. I baked all of them, ate all of them. I became addicted. I'm addicted to cookies.
Okay.
I was addicted to the sweetness, to the delicious, for all you cookie lovers out there. You know what I mean?
They were Toll House, right?
Delicious.
See,
even right now, I'm thinking, what time is it? 11 something?
Yeah.
Yeah, even right now I'm thinking, before I go to bed, I'm going to have me a pan of cookies. So.
Well, I don't think...
So for video games, right?
Yeah.
Playing video games for, let's say, 2.5 hours. I don't see anything wrong with that. But if the video game is so addicting as to where, let's say you're a girl, hey babe, I want to go out for date night. Nah, babe, I need to continue this level. If that kind of thing is going on,
so
then that's a bad addictive.
Yes. So that's a good. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was saying about like the whole job thing. Yeah. If you're like struggling to like maintain a relationship or whatever, because you're like, no, I have to like.
You're so focused on your job. You're like, I have. We're just gonna stop.
No, not your job. I'm saying you're so focused on like whatever the thing you're addicted to is.
Oh yeah.
That you can't.
That I have no time for.
Yeah, like
you or whatever.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like if I'll tell you, like okay, I'll give you a great example. If I was ever like, if I was ever like, no, I don't want to like hang out today because like I'm like fucking like jerk off all day.
Yeah.
Like that would be like, okay, dude, you got a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, and I'd say with you, if you were like, no, like I want to like consume all these sweets, I'd be like, okay, you got a problem.
No.
But I just don't think that you. I don't know.
So I can only speak for myself.
Too hard on yourself. I think like you can. No. Okay.
Buddy. You're
not being hard enough on me.
No, like I'm hard on myself. I have an addictive personality, and that
does.
And I never let that happen. Like I know I do, but I never let it happen because if I let it happen, then it'll be a problem where and there's nothing wrong with this. I'll need help from people.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, wow, I let myself get to this point. So that's why I have a lot of parameters on what I do.
So parameters and guardrails are very important there. But I also think that when it comes to like beating like addictions and stuff in general, it's really important to it's very difficult for most people, I think, to just kick something. I think what you want to do really is replace it with something else. And I think the mistake that a lot of people make is they think it has to be something that's like the same thing but not as bad. Like someone in your shoes might be like, oh, I'm addicted to sweets. Okay, let me just have like a bunch of like 100-calorie like cookies or whatever, like little packs or whatever, right? That's replacing it, and that can help. But I think I think it's really just something about like finding something else to fill your time with. Like again, for me, like a big thing is like hanging out with people, like hanging out with friends or whatever. If I'm like bored or whatever, or my hundreds and thousands of media.
Yeah.
that I'm
so like
working on the channel or whatever.
Yeah. So like for me, there was one night where I was dead set on having. And this is gonna sound wild.
But I'm sorry. I want to say something real quick too. I also don't think it's bad if you are like planning for things like for example, you're at work and you're like, oh, I can't wait to like go home and like, you know, play this game I've been playing, right?
Mhm.
I don't think that's bad.
No.
I don't think it's bad to be like, oh, I can't wait to like get home or whatever it is, and like have the, like you're planning out having this like sweet, you know, whatever it is. Because I just, I don't think...
I'll go home, have 3 cookies, and that's it.
If you're obsessing over it, like, that's an issue. Or, like, I think a way to look at things... I think another way to look at things, like, especially with any kind of addiction, too, and obviously not as, like, mental health experts or anything, but I think, like, look at how you are after the fact. Like, do you feel... Like, I'm not saying you have to be like, oh, I'm, like after eating a ton of cookies or whatever, you're like, I'm like ready to go for the day, or like playing a ton of games or whatever. But do you feel like gross and like disgusted with yourself or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Because if it's that, then that might be an issue.
I do.
Now again,
I do. After I ate that whole pan that one time, that one night, I was like, I was literally laying in my bed. I was just looking up at my ceiling. I was like, why did I just do that?
Yeah. Now again, I do think that it could be like a just reframing thing, so that you don't like feel guilty about that, and you can consume these in a more healthy way and more of a controlled like.
Yeah, like I said, have like 3 cookies and that's it.
Because I don't think that necessarily either like identifying. Okay, let me be clear. It's good to know things that are like a weakness or something about yourself, but I think a lot of people run into a problem, and like I ran into this, where like you identify with it and you say like, I have a sweet tooth. I am somebody who like eats like shit, basically. I think that's when that becomes a problem. I am somebody who's addicted to video games. I am somebody who's addicted to porn. I am somebody who's addicted to... You can be addicted to work or working out or whatever, right? I think when you identify with it and you say, I am this thing, I think that's an issue. I think instead if what you say is like you said, I think saying I have a sweet tooth is much healthier. And I think saying like, I have a sweet tooth or I have this proclivity for whatever this is, I need to know how to handle that in a healthy way. Now, I think that's true for video games, for alcohol, for porn, for work, for working out. I don't think that's true for like tobacco products or like drugs, like heroin and shit, because
now if I did drugs and or started to drink,
because those are like actual like chemicals that are bad,
and like that's a part of me. Like that's in my DNA.
I would caution from identifying with that too much,
like,
because
Fun fact: you get most of your psychological, not problems, but you get most of your psychological tendencies
from your mom,
from your dad.
Really?
So my ADHD is from my biological dad.
My biological mom told me I was adopted too, but I was adopted from my grandparents, for the audience. But my biological mom told me like just the way that I get in the car and certain like neurotic things that I do are similar to her like ex-husband, my biological father.
And and a lot of your like facial features is from your mom.
No, I get that. That makes sense. Well, that's yes, but also like one of my sisters, she is like the spitting image of her dad. She actually did this thing where she like drew a beard on herself to see what it would look like. She's like, oh god, no, I look like him.
Yeah.
Like I look too much like him.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, like so. I don't know which one. I mean, I'm obviously not going to try to see which one, but I don't know which one.
Which trait
I'm addicted to, either the drinking or drugs. Again, I'm not going to find out.
I don't think that's the right. I don't think that's what it is. I think you nailed it when you said like you have an addictive personality. I think that is what it is. I don't think you would necessarily be addicted to drinking or drugs specifically.
Oh, I would.
I don't think that. I think, and I don't know, but I don't think. I think it would just be the general addictive, and that could be anything. Like for you, maybe it is sweets. But I mean, I guess it could be like. But here's the thing: like especially drugs, like they're designed to be addictive. You know, like I mean, I keep using heroin as the example, but like heroin, coke, like whatever, like these are things that are like.
But me personally, I'm more prone.
Right.
So
yeah.
Whereas you,
but
if you start smoking, you'd probably be like, whatever. But me, I'd be like, wow, no, I hate this, but this is also, I feel good.
No, I know if because I smoked weed before a couple times, right? But I don't like it. I don't like the way that it feels going in my mouth and my throat, whatever. That's what she said.
But
but I like. I know that I don't like that with weed, so I know I wouldn't like it with like tobacco either. I'm okay. Like I've like hit other people's vapes here and there, but I'm just not like I got the virgin lungs. I like cough. I don't have.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. Now, could I date a girl who smoked or anything? Potentially. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if I could date like.
So you want to taste smoke mouth?
I didn't say want to. Potentially, I could date a girl who like smoked like weed or something. I don't think I could date like someone who did like a lot of coke or something, or especially heroin. That's like Jesus. But I think, I mean, if she had a thing where she was like, now I think any like intoxication would be like concerning. I feel like, but. Like any intoxicating substance would be concerning, but I mean, I think certain things I could probably make work, and then other things.
But so not since I know, and my brother has obviously we're blood brothers or whatever, or we are brothers.
Yeah, you're brothers.
So knowing that. Us both, but me, knowing that my biological mother and father were a drug dealer and a heavy drinker, I know that I have those traits part of me. So that's why I will never, ever, ever do drugs, anything like that. I'll never drink to get, I'll never drink to get drunk. That's just... Yeah, no. I mean, I'll have a sip literally every 4 months.
I think the reason that I'm like,
and it won't even be that much. It'll be literally like a little like sip, and that's it.
Yeah, I think the reason that I'm like saying what I am with this is just because like I want it to be understood that I don't think that, and for anyone that's listening who might be going through something like this, I think it's important to just know that if you do have a problem with any of those things, again, you don't have to identify with that, and you can overcome that. I don't want to like, I guess, encourage this idea that like, or I want to discourage this idea that like, you even you for example, but anybody, if they like do drugs or drink or whatever once, that they're like, it's over, I'm addicted, like this is it. I don't want that mentality, and I also don't want people to think if they are in that addictive loop that they can't get out of it.
And there's hope.
Yes, there's hope.
Groups, whatever.
Yeah, there's rehab is
rehab.
It's funny. I know of two people are like celebrities and artists, but one is a person I actually know personally who checked himself into rehab. Most stories I've heard of rehab are people who check themselves in. And this one guy who checked himself in, he was a really cool dude. I remember, like, I asked him when he got back, I was like, how have you been? Like, you've been gone for, like, 2 weeks, whatever. And he was like, yeah. He's like, no one, like, really asks, like, about me and stuff. And he, like, kind of opened up to me a little bit. And I talked, and, like, one of these guys I talked to, I told him, oh, yeah, that guy, like, he's like, kind of a dick, really keeps to himself. And I'm like, you gotta give him a chance. I'm like, have you tried having a conversation with him? I'm like, he's not, like, for me, he opened it pretty well, so, but I also know, like, I tend to have that, like, effect on people, that I can just make them feel comfortable and, like, want to, like, open up and talk to me and stuff, so, and that's really good. I'm glad that I can do it. But anyway, we have gone on a lot about a bunch of different things. That was some, like, pretty heavy stuff that we went through at the end. I was not expecting that at all, but it was good. This is the cool thing. You never know where our conversations are going to go. This is now our longest episode, actually, I believe.
Nice.
So I hope you guys enjoy. I think like 20 minutes or so more than usual. So do you have any final words of wisdom or otherwise for the audience today?
Before I get all goofy, like we both mentioned, a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
If you are addicted to, like drugs, drinking, whatever, and you can't get out of it, like there is help. Again, groups, AA. There's all these different rehab, and there's friends, family, just all these different sources of help. So just with that stuff, there's help. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to ask for help.
Yeah,
because we all need help.
Destigmatizing these things.
Exactly.
Is very important.
Forget about the people that are like, oh, you're a wussy if you ask for it. No, you're not. Like, no, it's perfectly normal.
Also, who says wussy anymore? Wouldn't they just say like pussy or some other shit?
I don't really care for that word.
I don't understand.
No. He's new school. I'm old school.
I've never heard any. Yeah, I've just never heard outside of I've never heard anyone say wussy in real life.
No,
that's all. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was busting your balls.
No, you're good. But yeah. So stay true to yourself, Pookie, and keep it real, keep it 100. Coming from a gringo,
I didn't even say if I had any final thing. You just jump right into the end.
You have any final things there?
Piece of shit.
Pookie. Don't be mad, Pookie.
Don't be mad, Pookie.
Don't be mad, Pookie.
Oh my god. No, no, I mean, I honestly, you hit it, for the most part on those things. But no, I don't know. I want to. You know what? I guess I don't really have anything else. I guess I'm sorry.
Pookie lied. You lied. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I don't know. I guess I'll just hit on. I do think it's very important to destigmatize these things, because if you are, you don't want people to feel like. I guess I would say, on the other side, because Jordan said, if you're going through this stuff, if you know someone who's going through this stuff,
that's right.
Or someone comes to you about this stuff, just, understand that it's taking a lot of, courage and everything for them to do this, and be, open, and be okay, I understand, I'm here for you, what can I do to help you, that kind of thing, right? And I would say be patient with people. Change takes time, and you're most likely not going to change overnight. But I think a lot of it too is with alcohol, for example, it really is as simple as if you have a friend who's a struggling alcoholic, it doesn't matter if you have a healthy relationship with alcohol, don't drink around them. Don't
enable.
Yeah, don't take them to bars.
Yeah.
Don't anything. You know what I mean? Don't if you're out at a restaurant, don't get a drink. Don't get an alcoholic beverage around.
No.
Don't anything. Just be supportive and try to help them through that kind of stuff. So
that's right.
Alcohol's one example, but same applies for all of it really. But I understand these people are coming to you because they trust you and they they're confiding in you, and you don't want to break that trust or anything. So anyway, that's all for me.
And stay true to yourself, Pookie. Stay true.